The Anime Fury Medal event is coming to Clash of Clans, and with it comes a ton of rewards, including the new monolith arrow equipment, the Fury figurine super decoration, and the opportunity to get tons of older equipment from the shop. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the details of this event, talking about which equipment you guys should prioritize, and then finally breaking down the best rewards for both free-to-play players and spenders. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the details of this event so you guys know exactly how it's gonna go. The event will start on June 4th and will go all the way until June 15th. In this time, you will be able to get lucky coins from your battles, and this will help progress the event track, which will help you get more Meow medals. Now recently, with the newer equipment releases in the game, they've been giving us a boost period so you can try that piece of equipment at the maximum level, and we are going to have a boost period for this new piece of equipment, and it's gonna last between June 11th and go all the way till June 16th. Now the monolith arrow isn't the only piece of equipment in the shop. Obviously there are other equipment as well, so let's go ahead and make a quick decision tree so you guys can see which ones to get. Now between the 5 equipment that you have options for, I think some of them are consistent, but others are really not. First, let's discuss the new equipment, the monolith arrow. This is an arrow that increases the damage of your queen, as well as gives her a bit of damage reduction and a ton of extra hit points. As a trade-off though, you do lose a portion of these effects at 180 housing space and 250 housing space being deployed onto the field. Thus, you can kind of think of this equipment as an early boost for your queen's damage and survivability. Now generally when we think about equipment, they add variety to the game, but I think this equipment right here basically just screams queen charge trying to get brought back into the meta. I'm not sure if there's any other situation where you would use this piece of equipment over something like the magic mirror or something like the action figure puppet, so I think this is very pointed to me. On top of that, I'm not sure if queen charge is going to become meta or not, and a lot of players might not even be used to using queen charge, so that's something we definitely have to consider when we rank this piece of equipment. Thus, I would rank getting the pieces of equipment in the following order. First off, I think if you don't have the rocket spear, you have to take it during this event. After that, you have to choose between the meteor staff and the giant gauntlet. Take the meteor staff if you're using the minion prince and you can get some additional damage out of it. However, you should take the giant gauntlet if you have the stick horse already and you're using your king in your attack. After those two, I would recommend the monolith arrow, as it could become very useful for queen charges, but we have to really see what happens with it and how it develops into the meta. And finally, after that, I would take the lava loon puppet, because of course all of you guys already have the lava loon puppet, but in reality it's just not as consistent as the other equipment. Now with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the best reward combinations for free-to-play players. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the medals that you're going to get as a free-to-play player first. From the event track itself, you're going to get 3,100 medals, and from the bonus track, you're going to get 200 medals for a total of 3,300 medals. Now with 3,300 medals, your options are pretty limited, so here's what I would get. The one equipment package is one that I always recommend, and you can get one equipment based on the decision tree that we just made. However, I would hold on to your medals after that. This is because if we get any bonus medals, you might be able to buy one of the ore packs, which would be really good value. However, given that the Clan Rush event is happening in the second half of this month after this event, I'm not super hopeful on getting more medals. The second option for free-to-play players is to actually go ahead and buy the Fury figurine for 3,100 medals. This decoration is pretty cool as it switches between 3 of the hero skins that we have for this month, and they're all pretty cool skins. That being said, I have to say that I highly recommend getting the piece of equipment over this decoration. The last option, of course, is just to get the 8 packs of Starry ores and 2 packs of glowy ores to supplement your ore income. This could be a solid way to get some ores really quickly, but I almost always recommend that players go ahead and get the new equipment. The only exception I would make to this is that if you're a late game player with all of the equipment already and you have tons of gems stocked up, you could go ahead and skip the monolith arrow now and buy it later for gems, and then just get the ores immediately so you can use those today. And those are all the packs that I would recommend for free-to-play players, but let's go ahead and discuss whether or not the event pass is worth getting. Now the event pass is going to cost $5 and it is genuinely one of the best purchases that you can make in the game. This is because if you want to get more ores, this is the best way to spend money and get more ores. It's better than just buying ores directly, and it's better than doing anything else for your ores. So this is the best way to supplement your ore income. And not only do you get ores from the event track, which would be worth it on its own, you also have the opportunity to buy books if you need it, or get even more ores from the shop. If ores are a problem for you, and they are for pretty much every type of player, the event pass is the best way to go ahead and deal with it as a spender. Just a reminder, if you do end up buying the event pass, make sure to go ahead and use my code BD. I really appreciate it and it helps me out quite a bit. Now for those of you that have the event pass, there are a few different combinations of rewards that I would recommend. Let's go over your medals. You're gonna get the same 3,100 medals from the free track, 5,500 medals from the pass itself, and you're also gonna get 200 from the bonus track, which will give you a total of 8,800 medals. The first pack that I would recommend is the 2 equipment package that gives you some ores as well. This consists of 2 pieces of epic equipment based on the priority that we discussed, as well as 8 packs of starry ore. This package is great for players who want to catch up on their equipment, as well as get some of the ores that are needed to upgrade those equipment as well. If you don't need the starry ores, then you can go ahead and get the 2 equipment book package, which consists of 2 pieces of epic equipment, 1 book of your choosing, and 2 packs of starry ores. Now as a reminder, in either of these packs you can go ahead and switch out one of these epic equipment for the Fury figurine if you so wish. The next package I would recommend is the 1 equipment ore package, and this is how this one would go. You can get 1 equipment based on your priority that we've already discussed, 8 packs of starry ore, 10 packs of glowy ore, and a pack of shiny ore. This is going to get you a ton of ores, and it's going to allow you to get the new piece of equipment that you get pretty high. If you don't need the ores but you want to get 1 equipment and have book progress, this is what I would recommend instead. You take your 1 piece of epic equipment based on our priority, as well as 3 books between the books of building and books of fighting. And of course, general reminder, you can go ahead and switch out the epic equipment in either of these packs for the Fury figurine decoration. Now if you don't want to take any of these equipment and you just want to get as many ores as possible, this is the pack for you. You can buy 8 packs of starry ore, 10 packs of glowy ore, and then 10 packs of shiny ore. Doing this will net you a grand total from this event pass of 160 starry ores, 1,600 glowy ores, and 8,500 shiny ores, which is pretty ridiculous. If you're on the other side of the spectrum and you're all about just your base progress and you don't want anything to do with ores, this is the pack you can get. You can get 4 books between the books of building and the books of fighting, and then you can top it all off with a book of heroes. Now with that, you should have everything you need to make the most out of this event and get the most ores possible. But here's the catch. The majority of the ores that you're going to make in the game actually do not come from events like this. They're going to come from a lot of other sources. And if you don't know how to maximize the ores from those sources, you're going to be running dry really quickly. That's why you need to watch this video right here, where I break down all of the modern ways to get ores in the game and how to maximize them for both free-to-play players and spenders.